Hello and welcome to TimesXP. Today we have a major update from the United States where President-elect Donald Trump has made a surprising announcement. He has chosen former Democrat and military veteran Tulsi Gabbard to be the new Director of National Intelligence. Now this position is one of the highest roles in the US national security, overseeing all the intelligence agency and directly advising the president on global threats and security issues. Now, Tulsi Gabbard is certainly an unconventional choice for this particular role. She is not from any traditional intelligence background, but instead brings over 20 years of military service to the table. Now, earlier this year, she officially joined the Republican Party after endorsing Trump. Now, let's dive into her unique background and what her appointment means for the US. First, who is Tulsi Gabbard? So, Tulsi Gabbard, whose age is 43, has a very distinct story. Born in American Samoa, raised in Hawaii and spending part of her early years in Philippines, Gabbard has a multicultural upbringing and also the first Hindu elected to the United States Congress. Now, when she took office representing Hawaii, she made a history as the first American Samoan and Hindu in Congress, even taking her oath on the Bhagavad Gita. She entered politics at a very young age, that to 21, when she won a seat in Hawaii's House of Representatives. But she left that role early to deploy with her National Guard unit to Iraq, a statement to her deep sense of duty. Now, when she returned to the US, she continued her political career and served 4 terms in Congress. Now, let's move on to her time in Congress and run for the president. During her time in the Congress, Gabbard made a name for herself as vocal critic of her own party. She gained a following as a progressive when she supported Bernie Sanders back in 2016 presidential race. Later on in 2020, she ran for the Democratic nomination herself, highlighting her strong anti-war stance. Now, her campaign grew on her military experience as she argued that America's action in the Middle East only made the region more unstable and endangered American lives. Now, during her campaign, she was even critical of Kamala Harris's record as a prosecutor. Though she later endorsed Joe Biden, it wasn't long before she disillusioned with the Democratic Party. Then comes the next phase. Back in 2022, Tulsi publicly left the Democratic Party, calling it an illicit cabal of warmongers and accusing it of pushing woke ideologies that she didn't recognize. Since then, she's been a prominent voice of conservative ideas, even joining Fox News as a contributor and stating her own podcast to reach new audience. Gabbard has openly expressed that the Democratic Party that she joined 20 years ago has changed beyond recognition. Gabbard's shift in views caught Trump's attention this time. Last year, she endorsed him, building a new following within his base. Often seen with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., another Democrat-turned-Trump supporter, Gabbard has become part of Trump's bipartisan appeal. In this October, she officially joined the Republican Party, making her one of the rising stars within Trump's inner circle. Recently, she even helped Trump prepare for a debate against Kamala Harris. If we talk about Gabbard's potential, then her military record is actually extensive. With over 2 decades of service in Army National Guard, including deployment to Iraq and Kuwait, she even earned a combat medical badge. But unlike her predecessors, she hasn't held senior government intelligence position. The current Director of National Intelligence came with high-level scrutiny experience, but Gabbard's unique background could bring a fresh perspective to this particular role. If we look at Trump's idea, then he has been very vocal about his distrust of US intelligence agency, alleging them that they work against him during his first term. He described part of the intelligence community as a deep state and has said that he plans to clean out what he calls corrupt actors. In appointing Gabbard, he hopes that her outsider and military perspective will aid in the overhaul, restoring what he sees as loyalty and integrity within the intelligence sector. Now, the role of Director of National Intelligence was created back in 2004 after 9/11 attack to improve coordination among US intelligence agencies. Today, the Director of National Intelligence oversees issues like election security, cyber threats, terrorism, etc. It's a role that requires navigating complex global threats and ensuring America's safety. Gabbard, as the new director, will now have the responsibility of leading these crucial efforts. With Gabbard's unconventional appointment, Trump is aiming for a shake-up in intelligence world. Her fresh outsider perspective may just what he needs to achieve his ambition plan for reform. Only time will tell how this particular decision shapes America's intelligence future, but for now, all eyes are on Tulsi Gabbard as she steps into this powerful role. For more such videos, do follow TimesXP.